Hi everyone, happy Monday and happy new week. So this is a continuation from the last video. During my last video, I taught you all how to filter jobs on Upwork based on experience and number of proposal. And in this video, I'll show you how to check for client's name and also how to write a personalized proposal. So make sure you listen. Like this video, don't forget to share and also comment thank you. So now let's get started. So imagine you're on Upwork and you want to apply for this job. That's after your filtered jobs and you want to apply for this particular role. This role says Executive Operation Assistant. So you have to click inside, click on it rather, and then you have to scroll down and check for the client's name. So how can you check for the client's name? You have to check the client's history. Scroll down and check for the client's recent history. So when you go through the client's recent history, check the reviews from other freelancers. This 5-star you can see here, this is a freelancer's review to a client. And this is the client to freelancer. You can see this to freelancer. The first one is freelancer's review to clients. The review a freelancer gave a client after a completed job. And this is the review a client gave a freelancer. But look at this one again, freelancer to client. Client to freelancer. In this case, now you can see no freelancer mentioned the client's name. And in this case, you can say hi there when applying for a job or when submitting proposals. Do not use dear hiring manager, dear Salma. No, you're wrong. In this case, when you cannot find the client's name, just write hi there or hello there. So let's check for this job, Senior Executive and Operations Assistant. You click on the job and then you would have to scroll down to the client's recent history, right? Now look at the client's history. So look at this, for example, the first star here, no name was mentioned. Let's check the next one. The freelancer just said thanks. Let's check the next one. The freelancer said, good afternoon, Nicholas is a great person. Now in this case, the client name is what? Nicholas. Now let's scroll down and see if another freelancer will mention the client's name. Let's scroll, click on view more. Let's check. Let's check. Click on more, view more. Can you see? Another freelancer mentioned the client's name. The person said, Nicholas have one of the best teams to work with. In this case, we already know the client name is what? Nicholas. Now, when writing your proposal, you're going to use hi, Nicholas, or hello, Nicholas. Do not use dear hiring manager or dear Salma. You're wrong. Again, if you cannot find the client's name, hi there, hello there. If you go through the client's history, and a freelancer mentions the client's name, check the history. You now use the client's name. Hi, Rosemary. Hello, Rosemary. Now let's delve into how to write a proposal. But before I start writing a proposal, let me explain to you guys. Upwork has its own strategy. I always say this. The profile title, the profile overview has its own structure. And same thing applies to proposal. Proposal has its own structure and framework. And when writing your proposal, you need 5 framework. The first one is your hook. Your hook must grab the client's attention immediately. Second one is what? Personalization. You have to show that you've read the job. You have to acknowledge the client's pain points and show that you've read the job. The third one is what? Solution. Explain what you would do for the clients. That's why I always say, make your proposal client-centered. Explain what you would do for the clients. The fourth one is proof. And that's why I tell you guys, you need proof on Upwork. You need to build portfolios on Upwork. Now, proof. And the last one, a call to action. So when writing your proposal, even if you're using ChatGPT or other AI tools, make sure you follow this framework. I'll come again. Your hook, personalization, solution, proof, and lastly, a call to action. So let's go back to Upwork. Let's search for a role on Upwork. Let's say we want to apply for this role, back office support manager, right? Back office support manager. First of all, you have to read through the job description. Make sure you are at least 70% confident before you apply for a job on Upwork. And that's why I tell you guys, do not box yourself. Try and test waters. If a client mentions 5 tools and you only know how to use 2, give it a shot. There's no harm in trying, right? And that's how I get most of my job. Not like I have everything figured out. I always try to test waters. Now read through this job and be sure that you understand the job description. If you don't understand or if you don't have clarity, copy the job description like this. Just copy everything. Can you see? Copy the job description and paste into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to explain this job to be as simple as ABC. It might sound funny, but that's what I do. So paste the job and then add this, explain this job role to be as simple as A, B, C. ChatGPT will help you explain this job role for better understanding and clarity. Now you're going to read through ChatGPT recommendation and explanation and see if it's something you can do. Once you can do it, I will share a prompt with you guys. Again, I always share my prompts. I'll share a prompt with you. Now what you do is you will use this prompt to apply for a job on Upwork. Now enter this prompt in ChatGPT. I want to apply for this job on Upwork. Help me draft a proposal using the 5 framework: hook, personalization, proof, solution, and end with a strong call to action. Client's name is, enter the client's name. Client name is Nicholas. I'm explaining this thing based on my own understanding and what works for me. I stand to be corrected, but this is what works for me. Now look at this. Hi, Nicholas. That's the client's name. Keeping a business running smoothly behind the scene takes someone who is organized, proactive, and comfortable wearing multiple hats. And that's exactly the kind of support I enjoy providing. That is the hook. I was excited to read the job post because I appreciate that you're looking for someone who can grow into different into different areas of a business than checking every boxes on day one. That's what acknowledging their pain points. Now, as a virtual assistant, I've supported executive with calendar management, inbox management, document organization. What should we do? Solution. Now, I don't like this recommendation. That's why I tell you guys, don't just copy and paste. You can tweak it. For me, I would say I would love to hop on a call. I would not say I would love the opportunity to learn more about your current process. Rather, I would say I would love to hop on a call and discuss your current process and also how I can help your business scale, or also how I can become a reliable extension of your team. What's your availability like this week? I sound very confident. That's why your call to action is very, very important. You don't have to add looking forward to hearing from you. It sounds like you're begging for a job, or I'll be glad if you can consider me. You don't need it. And after that, best regards, Rosemary. And that's it.